Have you ever wondered how a country can even exist without an army? No soldiers, no tanks, no air force, nothing. Sounds impossible, right? But it's true. There are actually countries today that have no standing military at all. And not because they can't afford one, but because they choose not to. So, how do they protect themselves? And why would any nation take such a risk? Let's find out. Let's start with some examples. Costa Rica, a tropical paradise in Central America, hasn't had an army since 1948. After a short civil war, the new government decided to completely abolish the military. They redirected the defense budget into education and healthcare instead. Today, Costa Rica is one of the most stable and peaceful countries in Latin America. Then there's Iceland. No army, no navy, no air force. It relies on the United States and NATO for defense. Instead of soldiers, Iceland focuses on diplomacy, Coast Guard operations, and peacekeeping missions abroad. And how about Liechtenstein, the tiny mountain nation between Switzerland and Austria? They disbanded their army way back in 1868 because it was just too expensive. Since then, they've never been invaded, not even during World War II. Other examples? Andorra, Monaco, Vatican City, and even Panama all have no standing army. Some rely on neighbors, others on international treaties, and a few simply on their peaceful reputation. So, how does that work? How can a country without an army defend itself if something goes wrong? Well, most of them have strong alliances. Costa Rica, for example, has defense agreements with the United States and other countries in the region. Iceland is a NATO member, which means any attack on Iceland would be treated as an attack on the entire alliance. Andorra relies on both France and Spain for its defense, and Monaco's security is officially protected by France. Others take a different approach. They focus on diplomacy and international law instead of weapons. By keeping neutral, staying friendly with everyone, and supporting peace efforts, they avoid becoming targets. It's like saying, "We don't fight, but we don't make enemies either." You might think it's risky, but there are actually some big advantages. First, money. Military budgets can consume huge parts of a nation's income. Costa Rica, for instance, used the money it saved from defense spending to create free education, universal healthcare, and national parks. As a result, it now has one of the highest literacy rates and life expectancies in Latin America. Second, stability. Without a powerful military, coups and internal conflicts are less likely. There's simply no armed force that can overthrow the government. And third, image. These countries are often seen as peaceful, trustworthy, and safe, perfect for tourism and international cooperation. Now here's the big question. Could other countries survive without an army too? Probably not. Large or strategically important nations face real security threats, from terrorism, border conflicts, or rival powers. But for small, peaceful countries with friendly neighbors, giving up the military can actually make sense. It's a trade-off. You rely on others for protection, but you get to focus on peace and progress instead. So next time you hear about a country with no army, don't think of it as weak. Think of it as brave, a different kind of strength. Because in a world full of weapons, sometimes the most powerful statement is choosing not to have any.